I give you this look like you're the dumbest person in the world. Like, that's not what I mean. It just comes through my face.
What?
And it's really what I'm just trying to think about what happened. But the look I give is like, you're a complete moron.
But you're aware of this.
It's been brought to my attention on numerous occasions. Welcome to the Far More Podcast. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Jason.
Welcome to another episode of the Far More Podcast.
Yay, another episode. If you're joining us for the first time, we are so excited that you're here. So hit the like button, hit the love button if there is one, drop a comment, tell us where you're watching or listening from, and we're excited to dive in. Are you nervous today? Let me ask that first.
I'm always a little anxious with these things because you control what we talk about. You kind of go, hey, this is what I'm going to ask you. And then I could get caught off guard. And you know me, I'm a planner. Like, I like to know what's happening.
You're not a fan of the surprise.
I don't like surprises.
No,
at all.
I wanted to throw you a surprise party one year. I think I was going to plan like some like guys night, poker night type situation, but I didn't. But I told him that, hey, this is what I thought about doing. And do you remember your reaction?
I'm sure it was very calm and easygoing. And
well, no, you weren't.
Go with the flowish.
Yeah.
Because that's me. Go with the flowish.
No. You were like, oh, God, that sounds awful. I think that's what you said.
And then,
that sounds awful.
And then I do the thing with my face, too. Like, my face is...
What thing?
Where I give you this look like you're the dumbest person in the world. Like, that's not what I mean. It just comes through my face.
What?
And it's really what I'm just trying to think about what happened. Uh-huh. But the look I give is like, you're a complete moron.
But you're aware of this.
It's been brought to my attention on numerous occasions, and then and I become aware of it, but I have been able to, I can't control it yet. And it's not about the other person. It is literally me in my logical brain trying to process the information that just came to me. My brain goes, why in the world would you do that? And I'm trying to understand why the other person would do or say that thing. And it's not like they're a complete idiot. It's like, what am I missing that this makes zero sense to me?
I think part of the thing with it is your brain it processes really fast. I have learned that your brain processes things like a supercomputer. And I'm not being funny. Your brain processes information so much quicker. I think that especially quicker than me. Hello, there's a very slow hamster running this wheel up here. But yours is like the Energizer Bunny. And so I feel like you are 10 steps ahead of almost everybody. Literally. I feel that way.
Well, but the problem with that, there's lots of problems with that.
Oh, I didn't say that it was a good thing, girl.
I understand. I was going first.
Okay.
The problem with that is I start to presume or assume where someone's going with a conversation or a thought pattern. Mm-hmm. And so either I check out because I'm like, I already know where you're going with this. Mm-hmm. I cut you off and shut you down because I'm like, let's not waste any more time. We know where you're going with this. Or I've already come to the conclusion. And when the conversation deviates from the conclusion, I've already prescribed in my head. That's when the what in the world face comes out. I'm like, no, that's not the end of the story. That's not how I thought this was going to go. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think that's so reflective of our verse for this podcast, right? Ephesians 3:20, mm-hmm. where God can do far more abundantly than all that we may ask or think.
Right. The
think part, right? Because mm-hmm. I'm always trying to think out the answer, think out the cause and effect. And God's like, you're not even on my level. You can't even process my vision, my plan, my etc. I have to bring you into that, little Jason. Right? And so when things happen in life, that's where I get caught up is like, I thought it was going to happen this way, or I thought by now we'd be through this thing. And when that's not the case, I give the stank face, which
being on the receiving end of, he's making it sound cute. It's more like, you're an idiot. That is the look. Yeah. Don't make it sound cute.
But public service announcement, it is not you on the other end, which I know people already knows. It's not you being an idiot. It's me in my brain trying to figure out, where did my processing go wrong?
Well, every now and then it's me being an idiot.
I'm
We can call it. Look, I am willing to admit that sometimes the look is probably warranted, but the severity of the look is.
Well, I think with us, it's usually not you're an idiot. It's usually
Thanks.
It's more of like, did you even think through this?
Probably not.
And usually the answer turns out to be no. And then that's when I give you the face. I'm like, how can you even come to a decision or conclusion or do an action without even processing information?
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm like, we are so different. Shocker. But I'm like,
yes.
Did you think about this for 3 seconds? Like, I'm trying to, again, if my brain works like a computer, I'm trying to get new inputs to understand, okay, this is how she receives information. This is how she processes things to come to this conclusion. And when you go, there were no inputs to the decision or thought, I'm like, how do you get to anything without inputs into your decision process?
It's called emotional decision making.
That's not decision making. That's where my brain goes, no, that's foolishness, right? I think that's the trouble is when,
trouble.
Trouble. That's the fun of our relationship and marriage.
That's one word for
That's
it.
what keeps it exciting.
Yeah.
Is when you're like, no, this is just how I feel. And I'm like, well, feelings have no place in decisions.
And I'm like, huh, what? That's all I know. All I know is to make decisions based on feelings, which is completely opposite of you.
Right, because if I made decisions based on my feelings,
let's not go there.
I would make really bad decisions.
Yeah. Right.
So I go, no, need to park those. Go here, logic, objective. Let's park the feelings, because feelings will lead me down a very, very, very bad path. And I'm not a complete robot, right? I see your face. I'm not a complete robot. I love process and systems.
You do.
For sure.
You do.
But I'm not a complete robot.
No, you're not.
I take the human side into account as an input. Like,
wait.
I understand how that sounds as I'm saying it.
You just broke down your whole
But I don't make decisions
here.
Discounting feelings or people at all. Like, that weight is most of the decision making.
Sure.
Right? But it's just not reactive. I take that, I absorb it.
You process it.
I process the feelings, and I
Right.
process how someone else is going to receive it. I process from an empathy side, and then I bring logic on top of that. I just don't roll with okay, here's the feelings, must do this.
So all of you out there, drop a comment. When you are making decisions, do you lean more towards logic and practicality and you're working through all of the steps, or are you more like, this is how I feel, this is the emotion that this evokes, and so that's what I'm going to base my decision on? We would love to hear, because I know that there's going to be both sides of the camp, and I'm interested to see how many are more logic and analytical and how many are emotional and feelings.